April 12th, Monday. This is an asynchronous class, so I'm not expecting anyone or I'm not expecting all of you to join today's session. Again, you are not required to attend real time this conference. I'm only here to do the recording. Okay. Um, Surprisingly, my OBS is acting up, so yeah, I really have no choice but to use this conference call to record my session. Anyhow, hopefully, guys, even if I can't hear you or I can't ask you for your opinion, for your responses, I hope that you had a blast of a weekend, or if not, I hope that you'll have a good start of the week. Okay. Welcome to MECQ. Wait lang, nag-crash na naman ng OBS ko. I don't know what's wrong with my OBS. Okay, so yeah, we're back on MECQ. Um, Nothing has changed actually. We turned for the worst. Okay. Apparently the government is doing dice rolls or Russian roulette. Nevertheless, enough about the politics. Today marks our first ever topic for this course, art appreciation. Before we move on to photography, we will go first with the basics, an introductory topic or some of the introductory topic of art appreciation. Hopefully, this will be or this series of topics, a few topics actually will be new to your ears, despite that you had your contemporary arts back in K to 12. So here goes nothing. Okay. So I'll be turning on my. Actually, I turned on my camera, but I decided not to turn on my Teams camera right now because I don't know with my camera, it's also acting up. Let me just share my screen for you guys. I don't know how to share the screen now. Okay, here. So, okay, where is my browser? Okay, here goes. Hopefully you're seeing my browser or my desktop. Um, I haven't or I wasn't able to mention guys, but we will be making use of one particular website for the entirety of our art appreciation, and that is PinoySandbox.com. Okay, so um, if you will notice, I prepare in advance materials and share it simultaneously with all my other art appreciation classes. But fortunately for now, I only have two. Tourism 201 and HRM 201. So nevertheless, you will see some of my threads having link icons. That means that it is also shared with my other section. Okay, so um, doing this prohibits me to upload files, to upload Excel files, to upload PDF or PowerPoint files. So we will be making use of the website. Okay. The website is intuitive. It's basically a blog site about events. But if you will be actually, it's already in mobile view. If you'll be clicking on the menu here on the upper left, it will direct you to a series of menus or subcategories like midterm finals, activities, quizzes, studio, gallery. I don't know if I have mentioned this on our orientation or the video orientation, but yeah, this is basically self-explanatory. You have topics for midterm. It will be under here. You can click the drop down icon or yeah, icon. For finals, same. And for all the activities that you'll be having, it's laid out here on the activities. Unlike the activities thread that will be posted on our MS Teams, this is more specific. Extra details about the activities, whether certain instructions, examples, are all posted here. Same goes for our online quizzes. It will be posted here on the fourth item on our menu list. The studio, basically, this is about the some of the lineups of our activities in a gallery format. Lastly, the gallery section, it's basically the bragging rights section for our art app students. I've posted two sections or two semesters only. These are works of previous students that garnered a good feedback from not just me but other art appreciation faculty as well. Okay, so if ever maganda yung gawa nyo, most likely it will fall to this category, gallery. We try to showcase great works from students and hopefully yun, para kahit paano, even if there is no monetary equivalent, syempre, the recognition is there. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with our topic, which is approaches to arts. Okay, so we'll go to midterm section and look for four basic relationships of work of art or the approaches. Okay, we don't have to um, actually copy everything here because you can visit the website, and for future activities or future topics you can download the actual PowerPoint file from this website as well. Okay, so the four basic relationships of a work of art, or commonly known as the four basic approaches. Okay, so I make it a point to have this as our introductory topic kasi kahit paano, this creates an idea. What kind of consumer, what kind of patron are you when it comes to arts? Okay, so some of you guys are into dance, are into music. Syempre, fortunately for me and unfortunate for you, you chose photography and film, di ba? So, kahit paano, I would want you guys to reflect on your behavior, on your viewing pattern, listening patterns. Anong klase ba kayong individual when it comes to arts? Okay, so dito pumapasok yung approaches na yon. This approach or these approaches, four approaches, can be viewed from two perspectives. The perspective of a creator. Basically, all of us are digital creators. Some of you have your own YouTube channel, I think. Some of you have your own TikTok channels. Some of you may have started your own Facebook page, your own microblog, or for the others, my Twitter page kayo that you constantly update, di ba? All of us are now considered content creators because of Facebook. Facebook being a free platform, the only commodity, the only what do you call this? Yeah, commodity out there on Facebook is our content. 'Di ba? Kasi it's a free platform eh, 'di ba? Anything that is free, tayo ang commodity, 'di ba? Our intellectual properties, yung pinaghirapan yung meme, it becomes public entity or public item. It can be shared by anyone, lalo na especially if you don't value your privacy, if everything is public, it can be shareable, 'di ba? And later on, hindi na kayo kilala, 'di ba? Na kayo yung gumawa ng meme na 'yon. You will eventually you will come back and see your meme from a stranger, a total stranger. Tataka ka ba? Paano niyo nakuha yung meme na yon, eh wala naman kayong mutual friends. Syempre, it will become a web or a chain of mutual friends. So hindi na first degree yung makakakita ng mga creations niyo, 'di ba? So as a digital content creator, meron tayong approaches to arts. Ako, I used to do literatures, poetry, short stories, micro novels, 'di ba? Kung hindi pa short story ang tawag doon, ewan ko na lang. Now, syempre, when I do this, that particular platform alone, literature as a branch of art or as a type of art is already a theme itself, 'di ba? Among the other forms of art, literature yung pinili ko. Nowadays, I'm more into photography, and especially I'm teaching art appreciation classes right now. I'm leaning towards photography, whether mobile photography or mirrorless photography. Yun yung trip ko ngayon. Okay? But under that particular platform, photography man yan or literature, meron tayong specific na content, 'di ba? You don't not everyone or an actual photographer has a specific criteria, has a specific industry. Um I will try to get to your own industry, but unfortunately I'm not really familiar or I'm not really in the know of your industry. So I'll be using mine muna as an example. Okay? As a digital content creator, when I do photography, hindi ako yung tipo ng tao na porket may camera ako, I can do wedding photography, I can do travel photography, I can do what else? Portrait photography or black and white photography. Meron akong isang aspect lang na parang forte, 'di ba? And that forte kahit paano identifies who I am as a photographer. Okay? So I'm not big with portrait pictures. I actually I'm quite an introvert, so wala akong masyadong kilala or marami akong kilala pero not to the extent that I can use them as my models. Especially with the pandemic, I can hardly go out and meet other people. So most of my photography or most of my topics or subjects in my photography gig are travel photographies and syempre medyo mahina pa nga yun ngayon because syempre because of the pandemic hindi rin na gaano nakakalabas. So when I say travel photography during the time of COVID-19, it's basically just going out of out of my home, 'di ba? When I do my morning walk, take ako ng photos doon. Whenever and if ever lang nakapunta ako sa mall to do my grocery, yun, minsan nagpi-picture ako doon. That's basically my travel photography now. Previously, I do local and international travels. So yun, doon talaga nag-shine yung travel photography ko. I'm not good with people, pero yung crowds in a particular location, yun yung mga kinukuhanan ko, yung mga good landmarks, mga tourist attractions sa iba't ibang bansa or even in our local scenes, 'di ba? Baguio, Davao, hmm, Tagaytay, Tanay, 'yun yung mga kinukuhanan ko, 'di ba? So, technically, I'm into travel photography. Okay? So, that is my approach to photography, 'di ba? May particular akong theme, may particular akong subject, okay? Ganon din kayo, 'di ba? When you do your TikTok videos, some of you guys can probably do comedic skits, 'di ba? Or para funny skits, 'di ba? Some of you do plain dances, 'di ba? And specific dances, yung iba techno, yung iba EDM, yung iba siguro wala na magagawa ng folk dance dito sa TikTok. If ever there are, proud na proud siguro sa inyo yung mga PE teachers nyo, 'di ba? Pero yeah, it's a niche eh. Diba? Yun yung niche natin. With your TikToks or with your TikTok videos, yun nga, may mga iba sumasayo. Iba nagla-lecture, di ba? I have seen a few educators use TikTok as a teaching platform, which is, I don't know if it's great or not. Pero yeah, TikTok is effective. Di ba? The difference between TikTok and online classes because the difference is students feel obliged, students feel pressured listening, watching a lecture, lalo na during asynchronous, I doubt that you guys will endure, depende kung gaano katagal yung video ko, how long a lecture video is, di ba? Whereas with TikTok, with Facebook videos, or with YouTube videos, sky's the limit eh. Di ba? Minsan battery's the limit. Kasi ganun ka random ang videos. Despite the fact that you subscribe to particular people, iba't ibang content pa rin yung nakukuha nyo, di ba? Pero syempre, despite the iba't ibang content, you have your niche, you have your favorites, ika nga, di ba? For YouTube, I mainly watch um, gaming videos, yung mga Among Us videos, Dead by Daylight videos. Why? Because kahit paano it is parang it's unwinding eh. It's kahit paano nakaka-tense pero it relaxes me kasi I don't have to think, I don't have to be critical about a particular video. Unlike pag TV shows ang pinapanood ko or short short stories or short film entries sa YouTube, mag-iisip ka pa rin. And me being a film student, I get to be critical. Ayan, ang pangit naman umarte ng babae. Walang walang panache, ang pangit ng mga props, ganun-ganon, 'di ba? So, ayokong maging ganon kasi wala. It rids me of the fun or the relaxation that I need, 'di ba? Kaya ka nga nanonood ng videos on YouTube kasi gusto mo ma-relax. Tapos magiging critical ka pa. Gagawin mo pa napaka-academic nung viewing experience mo, 'di ba? So yun nga yung niche ko when I watch YouTube videos, gaming, 'di ba? Hindi ka kailangan mag-isip, you get entertained. That's it, 'di ba? Sometimes I watch photography or filmography tutorials, 'di ba? Just because the pandemic, madalas na ako nanonood doon kasi I can't leave the house, so I might as well watch people o yung old videos of people taking pictures, taking videos outside, 'di ba? Or outdoors. Gano'n ka desperado na ako watching or looking at other places, 'di ba? Kasi masyado tayo restricted ngayon because of the pandemic. Kayo, most of you ladies, probably you watch beauty vlogs, 'di ba? Yung mga Michelle D o kaya Bretman Rocks, 'di ba? O, tama ba yung pronunciation ko lang? Mga ganon videos. You watch that. Some people watch motivational videos, 'di ba? Others comedy nga, 'di ba? So, 'yun, as a content creator, it identifies who you are as a creator. Siyempre, from the perspective naman of a viewer, gano'n din, ina-identify din tayo kung paano tayo nanonood, paano tayo nakikinig, paano tayo nagbabasa sa social media. Lalo na especially with social media, they have this thing called analytics, 'di ba? That creators can see who exactly watches your videos, who exactly goes to your website, 'di ba? I'll try to show you my analytics pero medyo nakakaya. So, dehens na lang. Okay. So, again, these approaches determine who you are as a content creator. Pero syempre, not all of us are content creators. Yeah, I said a while ago na all of us are basically content creators when it comes to Facebook, 'di ba? Or YouTube, 'di ba? Pero syempre, let's call the content creators professionals. So we are not professional content creators yet kasi some of you haven't or have not started monetizing their TikTok videos or TikTok channels or YouTube channels, 'di ba? So let's leave the creation to the creators lang muna. Okay? So see, let's just understand this topic in the perspective of the audience. Tayong mga normal na mamamayang Pilipino. Diba? The four approaches are, syempre, the subject matter, the artist, the audience, and the form. Okay? As a creator, ito yung pamantayan kung anong klaseng art ba yung ginagawa natin, anong klaseng content ba yung ginagawa natin. Specific ba tayo sa theme? Is it political? Is it religious? Is it love story? Mapakanta ba yan or video? Diba? If it's number two, the artist naman, it's mostly about you. It's mostly about how you express yourself. So minsan, from the perspective of the audience, parang wala namang connection yung mga videos niya. It doesn't have to be that way. Kasi apparently the goal of the creator is for his personal consumption lang, 'di ba? Kung ano lang yung gusto kong kunyari ako, if I am to come up with a YouTube channel, napaka-random. May about photography, may about film, may about society, politics, halo-halo, 'di ba? Some of you don't like that. You wouldn't want a creator na sobrang random ng topics. Minsan nag-gaming siya, minsan nagle-lecture, minsan kumakanta, minsan naman nagdadrama, 'di ba? May mga ganong creators. And it's mainly because their focus is to express themselves. Now, hindi bordered or hindi restricted ng kung anong niche, ng kung anong theme or genre sila dapat nabibilang. Okay? So yun, sabihin natin self-centered, 'di ba? Well, then again, 'di ba? Creators need to express themselves or artists needs to express, not to impress, 'di ba? So, yan. So, again, creators try to balance things out. If you're not impressing people, then most likely you're not earning anything, lalo especially with content creation, 'di ba? So, minsan you have to impress na rin. Pero back in the day, it's really just to express and not to impress, 'di ba? Especially if you are true to your craft, ang mas gusto mo syempre, ma-express mo yung sarili mo. And that's true till today. Pero if you aim to monetize, minsan you really have to impress people. Diba? So yun, let's say for example, yung Team Payaman, 'di ba? Kong TV. Kong TV is basically they are a mix of subject matter and artist. Bakit? Subject matter kasi their only goal is to make people laugh, to make people happy, 'di ba? Good vibes, 'di ba? Artist kasi minsan they merge they blend um comedy skits, yung mga kalokohan, 'di ba? Tas minsan inspiring. It's because Kong being the main creator of the channel, he wants to express himself through different stories. Hindi siya pako sa isa. I don't know if Kong TV does gaming then, hindi ko alam. Pero yeah, 'di ba kahit paano mas broad yung horizon niya, 'di ba? It can be a strength or it can be a weakness if you're very particular. Of course, Kong is basically our PewDiePie, 'di ba? So anything he does in his channel kumikita or sumisikat, 'di ba? It goes viral minsan, 'di ba? So yeah, pwedeng mag-mix siya ng basta subject matter niya is always feel good, 'di ba? Good vibes. Pero as an artist, as yung approach, it's always about what he wants or what they want. They don't bow down to what people want them to do, but rather they just do what they like. They just do what they want. And it just so happens that people like you guys watch it or appreciate it. Diba? Nagkataon. Pero let's say for example, let's have si H2O Delirious, he's a gaming channel or he's a gaming YouTuber. Tas mag-start siya magdrama or maging preachy o maging kahit paano magkwento lang. He doesn't play. Siyempre, it will have an effect dun sa analytics niya, sa audience impact niya. Bababa yung views, mawawala siya ng kita. Okay? So yun yung kahit paano catch 2020 ng mga content creators ngayon. Okay? So hopefully you're getting what these first two relationships are for creators, diba? Audience, again, they are now for audience, creators are focused on ano yung uso. If artist, the number two, mas focus sila kung ano yung gusto nilang i-share sa tao. They don't care about what people want. They don't care about what is in, what is trending, what is the latest. All they want is to express themselves. Diba? That's being the artist. The audience, ito naman, you listen too much to what's the latest, what's trending, tapos gagayahin mo na lang, 'di ba? So, sometimes it works. Kaya lang minsan, syempre, if you are a newcomer, tas may mga veterano na diyan, there are far more popular names from a particular niche, lalamunin ka lang ng buo. Unless magkaroon ka ng isang hit, then tsaka ka lang sisikat, 'di ba? That's why sometimes the content creators now nagpapaka-clickbait para umuso, para maging relevant, 'di ba? We have sino ba yung mga nagpaka-clickbait dati? We have Buknoy, yung kahit na pumangit na yung image nila para maging sikat sila, they have to up the ante, 'di ba? Para magkaroon sila ng edge, maging relevant sila, they have to do something extreme. Kaya minsan, 'di ba, that sucks, 'di ba? Kasi audience ang focus nila. What people wants to see. They don't really care about expressing themselves. All they want is to, yun nga, um, have audience watch them. Diba? Yun lang yung goal. Which is, it can be considered a sellout, diba? You don't really upload because it's what you want, but because it's what's earning or it's what's generating income. Diba? And lastly, own form. So you want to contribute to a particular industry. You want to contribute to a particular field of art, 'di ba? Um Gusto mong pumasok sa spoken word poetry. So yun, pasok ka lang ng pasok whatever the genre is. Gusto mo lang mag-spoken word poetry, okay? Yun lang, trip mo yun eh. If you're into gaming, kahit anong game, mapapambata pa, matanda, it's gaming, 'di ba? So pwede mag-blend ang subject matter and own form dito. Okay? Pero syempre, this sounds very confusing, 'di ba? If you are to look at it in a content creator's perspective. And it sometimes is, 'di ba? To be a content creator during this generation, you have to you have to consider a lot of things. It's not just what you want, but also what will click, what will trend, or what will go viral minsan. Kasi if not, then, di ba, ba't ka pa pumapasok sa platform na yan? Ba? Instead of doing it on your own, you are basically dry humping on an already existing platform like YouTube, like TikTok. Diba? It's not really a business. It's a side gig, 'di ba? If YouTube goes down, wala ka ng negosyo, wala ka ng business, 'di ba? So that's the dilemma of content creators. Content creators who are mainly dependent on a particular platform. Yung mga Facebook pages like Thought Catalog. But I can't really give Thought Catalog as an example kasi with or without Facebook, buhay yung website nila eh. So, ano ba yung mga brands na pag wala yung main platform nila, dead sila. Aside sa mga Filipino content creators natin, Kong TV, if not for Facebook, if not for YouTube, dead sila. Diba? An actual content creator can have their own platform. Website man yan, video, pwede silang mag-share on their own website. That is an actual business, di ba? That's a good business model. Pero basing it or being dependent on a particular platform, medyo alanganin yun. Okay? So, that's why they really rake in the hours. Habang sikat sila, habang Facebook is leading, they make use of Facebook talaga, 'di ba? So minsan talagang it's a gamble when you do content creations. Okay. So enough about discussing these four approaches in the perspective of digital creators. Now, to get to know more of each other, we will have these four approaches through our perspective naman. Tayong nanonood, tayong nakikinig, tayong nagbabasa ng Wattpad stories. Okay? Um, And to make things a lot more easier, we will have the specific names or ideologies for these four approaches: the subject matter, the artist, and the audience, and the form, by calling them for what they truly are: mimetic, expressive, pragmatic, and aesthetic. Okay? These four approaches, as viewers naman, will kahit paano define who you are as a person who appreciates art. Okay? So, mimetic, again, these are people who appreciate a particular theme, a particular genre, a particular topic. Okay? If it's film, we're talking about photography and film. So, let's talk about film. Pag mahilig kayo sa movies, anong particular topic, anong particular genre ang pinapanood nyo? Yung if you browse your Netflix history, what's the common denominator? Is it mainly love story? Is it mainly K-drama? K-drama in the sense na may love story, na halong comedy, na halong drama. That's basically what K-drama is all about. All around kasi yung K-dramas. Pero pampakilig lagi. Okay. Except if it's like Kingdom, if it's like ano pa ba yung Iris, yun yung mga ganong Korean TV shows na wala man lang halong love story eh. Pero yeah, generalizing K-dramas, ito yung nagpapakilig sa atin, ito yung feel good TV shows or feel good films made in Korea. Okay? So ganun ba yung mga nasa Netflix history nyo? Or if it's literature, ano yung mga usual na binabasa nyo Wattpad novels? Is it ano yung BL? BL ba? Mga parang bromance, or is it a love story? Is it sci-fi? Suspense? If those are the kinds of things that you watch, kunyari lahat puro horror, then chances are mimetic ang tao. Di ba? Looking at my, actually wala dito sa ano. Wala dito sa phone ko pala. Pero if you will have the chance to look at your history on Netflix, tapos puro horror films, then mimetic ka, di ba? Your particular genre is horror or suspense, di ba? Or love story, pag specific. Okay? A lot more easier way to see if you're a mimetic person is if you're into music, go to your Spotify playlists. Ano yung mga nasa Spotify playlist nyo? For me, what I have on my Spotify are, let me just bagal. Okay, so playlists or library. Meron akong acoustic sa umaga. Literally, these are my playlists na. Acoustic sa umaga, Mellow Drive, This is Dream Theater. Pero, meron akong mas parang prominent na genre. This is Imagine Dragons, New Rock, this is Dave Matthews Band, what else? This is Matchbox 20, Post-Grunge Appreciation Society, meron ba? Black Sabbath, Memento, meron ba iba? Covers, live acoustic, old school, yon. So, you will notice a particular prominent genre which is rock. Diba? So, kahit nakikinig ako sa K-pop, kahit nakikinig ako sa mga OPM, pinaka genre ko is rock. Diba? So, yun yung parang pinaka mimetic na mimetic ko when it comes to music. So, that's my pinaka subject matter ika nga. Okay? So kayo, same with if you have the chance to see your history, browsing history on YouTube, makikita nyo naman yun kung ano yung mga huling napanood nyo or ano yung nasa save folder nyo, ano yung dinownload nyo. And yeah, that will reflect who you are as a person, diba? If you're into horror films, you're an exciting type of person, di ba? If you're into comedy love stories, so syempre, you're a hopeless romantic, parang ganun. It's not a sure way to define or to determine a person. Pero kahit paano, it gives you an idea who you are as a person. At least a step towards knowing who you really are. Diba? So that's mimetic about the subject matter. The next is expressive. Ito naman based sa artist. Let's say for example, you listened and you appreciated Taylor Swift. Okay? Um, you love Taylor Swift when she sang country songs. 'Di ba? Country music siya. Tapos naging pop siya, naging pop diva. But because it's Taylor Swift, nagustuhan niyo pa rin, 'di ba? Even if she became pop or R&B, you still like her music, 'di ba? And that's because expressive type kayo. You focus more on the singer, on the creator rather than yung message nung kanta nila, 'di ba? Um, what else? Same with mga K-pop artists, 'di ba? Blackpink, um Blackpink, you just listen to the music, listen to their tracks, 'di ba? Pero sometimes you will find yourself going to YouTube, watching their interviews, commercials, 'di ba? Or if may mga guesting sila, pinapanood nyo pa rin even if they don't sing and even if you don't understand Korean language, 'di ba? Kasi idol niyo sila eh. You're an expressive person. So, hopefully on Thursday, I would want to hear your thoughts. Sino kayo? Are you a mimetic person? Particular ka ba sa message, sa content, sa tema, sa genre? Or ikaw ba ay yung tipong loyal ka sa isang artista, loyal ka sa isang singer, loyal ka sa isang author? If it's John Green, if it's J.K. Rowling, if it's Stephanie Meyer, 'di ba? Ayun, like for example, nauso yung Twilight, sumikat si Stephanie Meyer, tapos gumawa siya ng susunod na, ano ba yun? Na book niya, tapos hindi siya sumikat, pero you still read it kasi nga, Stephanie Meyer siya eh. Then you're expressive. Okay? The third one is pragmatic. You're a pragmatic person if you blend in. Some people misconstrue people who have no particular genre, kung ano yung uso, yun yung pinapakinggan lang niya. As someone na walang sariling originality, sabay sa uso lang. Pero you can't blame them kasi pragmatic sila eh. But let's say, for example, trip mo is OPM. OPM ka, puro kanta ka ng OPM. Tapos nung nauso yung K-pop, nagki-K-pop ka na, pumupuso-puso ka na rin, 'di ba? Some people would laugh at you kasi parang ano ba 'yan? Dati Pinoy na Pinoy ka ngayon, K-pop fanatic ka na, 'di ba? Again, you can't help if that's how people work or other people function, 'di ba? Pragmatic sila eh. They have broad taste in music, broad taste in film. That's why pag kung ano yung uso, yun lang yung pinapakinggan nila. They don't bother with ano yung naging favorite nila dati. Wala silang favorite, basically. Kung ano yung uso, yun yung gusto nila. So, if you will notice, never ako magiging pragmatic. Kasi even up till today, old 90s music pa rin yung nasa playlist ko. Matchbox 20, again, Black Sabbath, um, Vertical Horizon, Fuel, um, Goo Goo Dolls, mga ganon. Ganon yung trip ko. Late or early 2000s, yun yung mga bandang pinapakinggan ko hanggang ngayon. Okay? I may listen to K-pop, I may listen to OPM, pero I still go back to that particular early 2000 music. Okay? So, kayo, maaring ganun din kayo. Diba? So, maaring kahit anong maging uso, particular kayo sa isang genre. Particular kayo sa isang particular kayo sa isang tema, 'di ba? Pero kung kayo naman, if you find yourself listening or getting addicted to K-pop, K-drama, then most likely pragmatic kayo. Kasi that's what's uso nowadays. How long has it been? Paano parang nag-start siya 2018? 2018, 2019 yung sumikat ang K-drama. You may have seen a lot of actually I've watched a lot of Korean TV shows way back before mauso ang K-drama. May dalawa akong favorite na TV shows. It's Hokang and Iris. Hindi pa uso ang K-drama nun. Pero I can't consider myself pragmatic kasi nung nauso, ayoko na. Pero I love those two TV shows. May mga ganun tao rin. Like what I said earlier, no, hindi pa sikat ang Matchbox 20. I love their songs. One of the bands na pag bumili ka ng isang album, lahat ng kanta doon maganda. Lahat ng kanta doon sumikat. They were best artists worldwide nung kapanahonan nila. So every tracks on their songs or on their album became a hit. So parang dalawa lang yata hindi sumikat, parang ganon. So that's how popular they were. Okay? So ngayon, nung sumikat sila, hindi ko na sila masyadong gusto. Parang ganon. I don't like that kind of popularity. Mas gusto ko yung mga hindi pa sikat tapos yan, pag sumikat na parang ayaw mo na doon. Ganun ako. I don't know about you guys, pero that's how I roll eh. Hopefully I'll get to hear from you guys on Thursday kung may mga katulad ba ako o sadyang ako lang yung abnormal that pag nauso, pag sumikat, ayoko na. I liked, sino ba yung gusto kong artista dati? I like Tony Gonzaga when she was in Itbulaga. I don't know why. Kasi she was the only young talent sa Itbulaga before. Pero nung lumipas siya sa Tutas, pinasikat ng Channel 2, hindi ko na siya nagustuhan. Parang may gano'n, may saltik ako eh. So hopefully I'll get to hear your thoughts about it on Thursday. Lastly, we have aesthetic, okay, or format or form, okay. Aesthetic ito, speaking visually, ito yung alam mo namang walang talent, alam mo namang hindi magaling umarte, hindi magaling kumanta, pero maganda or gwapo. That's aesthetic, 'di ba? Sino ba yung feeling kung hindi talaga magaling umarte, pangit ang boses, pero she really looks good? And Elena Darna. I watched this film. I forgot the title of the film. Pero ang bida is si Zanjo Marudo, Ay de las Alas. Ay ba? Oh, no, sorry. Zanjo Marudo, Pokwang. Let's just check out si anong TV show 'yon or anong film. Let's have Zanjo Marudo and Pokwang. Okay. My Illegal Wife. Yes, that's the title. My Illegal Wife back in 2014. I don't like Zanjo. I don't like Pokwang. One trick pony si Pokwang eh. Kung ano yung pagpapatawa niya sa isang role, ganoon din sa iba. As in, totally sayang sa pera. People say na you have to support your local celebrities, pero again, it's my money. It's my hard-earned money, di ba? So I should have a say kung ano yung gusto kong panoorin, anong gusto kong tangkilikin. And Pokwang is not one of them. Yun, kung magpapatawa lang, if I am to watch a comedy film, I would want that matatawa talaga ako. And Pokwang is not really funny. Para sa akin na. Same with Zanjo. Zanjo, they say he looks good, pero wala, nawiwirduhan lang ako sa ilong niya eh. I don't know why. Pero yun. So, neither of the main characters are not my reason for watching that film, My Illegal Wife. My only, kahit paano, saving grace is Elena Darna. Diba? So, pinanood ko yung movie na yun because of the side character or the minor character, which is Elena Darna. Elena Darna is hot or was hot. Diba? So, ang ganda ng mukha niya, ang ganda ng looks niya, or ang ganda ng itsura niya. Diba? And, yeah, mestiza. she's sexy. Ano ba ba? Wag mo na pagsalitain kasi sablay magsalita eh. Hindi ko alam kung ano bang Bisaya. Bisaya yata siya eh. Bisaya. Basta yun, magaling. Ayoko lang siya magsalita. Ang pangit ng boss din. So, pero I like her. I like watching her. So that's basically aesthetic for me. You will encounter celebrities, you will encounter singers na hindi naman talaga magaling umarte, hindi magaling kumanta. Pero you just have to see them, you just have to watch them, listen to them, and watch them sing. Kasi they look good eh. Diba? For those people who are here right now, and syempre, how long have I been talking? Almost an hour. Siguro naman may makapagsalita sa inyo. Sino sa inyo guys ang may kilala or may ganung artista, may ganung celebrity na wala, sa tingin nyo walang talent? Ayan, mag-away-away na tayo dito. Walang talent pero you're just fond of watching that person perform. Kahit ang pangit niya kumanta, pangit niya umarte. Pero ang ganda niya or ang gwapo niya eh. May kilala ba kayong ganon? Or do you have one celebrity that is, ano, that matches that particular description? Nobody? Nobody but you? Ay, nag-walk out si ano? Si Miss Fontanilla. Hello, Patricia. Oh, yes, Miss Bidel. May kilala ka ba?
Meron po, sir.
Sino?
Yung girl group po na Twice.
My God! Gusto mo talaga ng away?
Ay, hindi naman po, sir.
Kala ko ako lang.
Ay, ayaw mo rin, Ethan. Bakit?
Ano po, sir, talagang magtataas ako ng kamay kaso baka may once dito. Pero sir, feeling ko nowadays yung third gen ng K-pop, they focus more on the visuals
Yes.
like, rather than talent, sir. Kasi sir, parang ngayon, sa generation ngayon, parang you could segregate talaga who can sing and sino yung hindi talaga.
Okay,
Pero
yeah.
sir, I have nothing against because I listen to their songs as well. And I agree na aesthetic wise po talaga sila patok sa madla.
Okay. I'm looking at them right now. Nobody, or at least not one of them stands out as in face wise. Parang generic Korean faces nakikita ko. Pero again, if people clamor for parang visual or high visuals na music videos, baka ganun sila. Kasi sila lang din nakita ko. Well, I am only hearing about Twice with you guys. First time ko narinig yung bandang yun. I'm more into 21. Tama ba yung spelling ko? 21, tama. Syempre the old group with Sandara. Yun, at least I watched or kahit pa paano I was curious about 21 kasi andun si Sandara Park, diba? Which was shortly a local celebrity natin. Pero when I heard them, okay naman. So yeah, I really think na meron talagang mga K-pop idols na merong looks lang talaga yung puhunan and merong iba talagang they have real talent. Again, like what Patricia is saying or what Patricia mentioned, I'm not saying na walang talent ang Twice, pero again, I can see a lot of old girl bands na parang ito paano um have yan went by the test of time na talagang they only disbanded because they wanted to, hindi dahil nalao sila. Pero yun nga, tinitingnan ko yung Twice, parang wala namang, there's nothing, parang walang special attribute sa looks nila. Most likely baka sa music videos yung magagandang music video nila. And I haven't heard any of their songs. Meron akong isang K-pop band. Andun sino nga yung magandang girl na nauso dati? Nagkaroon siya ng TV show with a local artista natin. I forgot the girl's name.
Mamulan,
Sir,
sir.
si Nancy po.
Ayun.
Sir, si
Wait lang.
Nancy po.
Let me just go to, Momoland. Um, Yan, Momoland. It's a great example. Para sa akin, again, no hate here. Pero again, the only reason why I watched or listened to, at least watched, yung mga music videos or at least yung mga performances on YouTube was because of Nancy. Nancy Binay? No, I mean, Nancy, the girl Nancy. Let me see kung asan si Nancy dito. Ayan, nasa gitna siya dito. Yung kulay green yung hair. Okay. So, yeah. Again, it's aesthetic for me. I may not be familiar with Twice, pero this Momoland is aesthetic para sa akin. I really don't see any real parang real sama ang pakinggan no? I don't see any real talent from these people. Pero wala, si Nancy lang talaga yung nagdala sa looks para sa akin. Again, coming from a non K-pop fan, yun, I appreciated Blackpink. Um I appreciated 21. Tapos meron pa yung isa minention ni Nathan last time. I forgot sino nga yun. Si ano yun? Anong pangalan nga nun,
Girls'
Nathan?
Generation
Ayun,
po.
Girls'
Girls'
Generation.
Generation.
Oo, oo. Yun, yun.
Sir, katapat yun ng 21 noon.
Oo, oo nga eh. At least yun, alam ko pa. Pero yun, yun, mga ganun, ayan, hindi nga ako mahilig sa K-pop, di ba? Pero, kahit paano, I saw how good they performed dati. Di ba? Dati yun. Again, iba na yung pamantayan ngayon. Pero nonetheless, yun, para sa akin, aesthetic. What is aesthetic for me can be expressive for other people. Gusto ko si Momoland because of Nancy. She looks great. Even if I can't understand a word she said, gusto ko siya sumayaw or kahit pakit-cute lang na sayaw, gusto ko. Pero other people may find Momoland as expressive, as an idol talaga nila. Parang ganon. Again, our opinions will vary or will differ, 'di ba? So taste will differ then. So pero yun, you will know what is aesthetic for you and what is expressive or otherwise. Okay? Let's go back. So again, ito yung aesthetic, ito yung you only patronize because of the looks. Either high visual yung music videos, if it's a singer or if it's a band. If it's a TV show naman, ano ba? Uso. Even if you don't like the story, you're not into horror film, pero nauso siya. Ano ba yung nauso dati? American Horror Story. What else? Ano nauso pa? Ano ba yung mga usong hindi K-drama ngayon? Hindi K-drama. May mga nauso ba TV shows na hindi K-drama or K-TV shows? Let's see. Ayan, Supergirl, Flash, Arrow. Yan, there was a time na I downloaded Arrow TV shows by bulk. Season 1, season 2. Tapos later on, parang ang corny na niya. Kasi basically, the story of Arrow is Batman's story kasi hindi nila pwedeng gamitin si Batman pa sa TV show. Hindi nila pwedeng gamitin si Superman. That's why they used Arrow in lieu of Batman. They used Supergirl in lieu of Superman. Pero syempre, CW was bought by Warner. Nagagamit na nila yung pangalang Batman, nagagamit na nila si Superman. May sariling TV show na si Superman sa CW, di ba? So, pero back then, yun, naging aesthetic lang siya sa akin. Minsan, it's just fun watching a comic book superhero on TV. Diba? Hindi ka kailangan pumunta sa sinihan to watch them. Hindi mo kailangan pumunta sa sinihan to watch Flash. Lalo na si Flash, 1970s yata yung last na Flash TV show dati. Diba? Pero yun, it's just, yun, eye-catching. Pero the story sucks. It's always Barry, the main character, who gives them trouble. Siya rin yung ugat ng problema nila. So, di ba sobrang tamad na nung writers sa Flash. Arrow was great, pero pinatay na nila sa Arrow. So, eventually, the series or the Arrow series ended with a bang naman bago pinatay si Arrow. But Flash, sobrang corny na ng story niya. The enemies, pareho lang yung powers nila. 'di ba? Superhuman speed lang din. So parang mirror image. It's in storytelling, it's what you call replica or mirroring, 'di ba? Your protagonist has the same abilities as the antagonist. Ganun lagi. So parang recycled storyline lagi ang Flash. Supergirl is the same, 'di ba? So para sa aesthetic yun. I just love watching them kasi wala na ibang mapanood, parang ganun. Okay, pero syempre kasabayan ng araw ng Flash, may mga ibang TV shows na I would rather watch them than Flash. Pero pag walang ibang choice, I watch those things then. That's aesthetic para sa akin. Again, some of you comic book lovers, gusto nila yung Flash, gusto nila yung Arrow because it's comic book love. Because they are comic book lovers, they are mimetic, di ba? Ako, superhero films, I loved superhero films kasi dati when I was in high school, syempre, superhero or comic book superheroes, nagre-reside lang sila sa imagination ko that time. And now you can see Thanos, you can see Doctor Strange fighting side by side with Spider-Man, with Iron Man na parang dati sa imagination mo lang makikita. And now it has come to be a reality. Now, Captain America is now on TV, di ba? Falcon and the Winter Soldier, nagkaroon din tayo ng WandaVision, naging mainstream na ang superhero series, di ba? Which is, well, in a way, mimetic for me. I grew up with those characters kasi. Some of you guys, aesthetic lang siya. Kasi, no, let's not call it aesthetic. Pragmatic lang siya. Bakit? You're not into comic book superheroes. Let's say for example, Patricia, she's into K-dramas, 'di ba? K-drama, hindi generalizing women no? Sorry. Pero uso ang K-drama and most of you guys or ladies have really invested emotion, time, minsan money rin on merchandises, 'di ba? Ngayon, you will only watch WandaVision. You will only watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier kasi uso. Para hindi ka mahuli sa balita, nakikiuso ka. And that's basically pragmatism, 'di ba? When it comes to art, 'di ba? So, yun, reflect who you are when watching, when listening to different songs, watching different movies or TV shows, reading books. Are you mimetic when it comes to TV shows or movies? Are you expressive when it comes to music? Are you pragmatic when it comes to ano ba? YouTubers, 'di ba? Or are you aesthetic when it comes to ano? Yeah, that's all of the above, 'di ba? Whether YouTuber, artist, singer, aesthetic ka ba dun? So, that is how you will gauge or at least you will identify who you are at least a step forward when it comes to art. But going back to the website. Yan, diba, according to Aristotle, art is a reflection or a mirror of reality. So, it is how we consume art that tells who we are as a person. Diba? I don't like to think I'm an intellectual person, pero I love watching mystery films, slasher okay lang din pero I would rather watch Sherlock, Elementary, Person of Interest, White Collar kasi medyo mag-iisip ka dun eh. Thinking man's TV show ika nga or thinking man's movie rather than someone na parang action-packed ganon. I would rather have those na mag-iisip. Syempre, I have my down days. Ayoko manood na mag-iisip ako. So, I would rather watch Jackie Chan. I would rather watch Flash. May mga times na ganun tayo, di ba? So, hopefully, by Thursday, everyone can share ano yung mimetic part nila, ano yung expressive part nila, ano yung pragmatic or aesthetic part nila. Again, we can vary. For music, I'm mimetic. For YouTubers or YouTube videos, I'm probably expressive. Kung sino yung mga sinubscribe ko, yun lang yung pinapanood ko eh. I don't watch channels na hindi ko sinasubscribe. So, probably expressive. I think you can, don't quote me on that, pero yun, pragmatic ka ba dahil with music, halo-halo kung ano yung top 100 or best of, ganun. That's basically kung ano yung uso, ano yung sikat, di ba? And lastly, aesthetic. Pinapanood mo ba yung favorite celebrity mo just because guwapo sila or maganda? So, in a way, you can be aesthetic. We can be all of them at the same time. Pwede rin ganon. Okay? So, we won't be or we are not bound by a single approach when it comes to arts, when it comes to watching films, when it comes to listening to Spotify or Apple Music. Hindi tayo bound sa isang genre, sa isang artista lang, or sa isang approach. Okay? So, hopefully by Thursday, before we move on to our next topic, we get to define who we are by sharing our thoughts and syempre cite examples. Either way, it will be embedded in our attendance naman, so you don't have to worry about what kind of question will I be asking. It will be guided naman. It will be a guided question that you will have to share on the attendance thread and at the same time on our conference recording or on our conference call on Thursday. Okay, so if you have any questions, guys, kindly again go visit the URL link. Um, wala tayong PowerPoint dito pero we can elaborate on it more, or if not, we can discuss bakit gusto niyo yung isang artista. Is it because of the talent, the sheer talent, or is it because they are eye candy? So, dun lang natin ma-justify kung expressive ba tayo or aesthetic lang or vice versa. 'Di ba? So, by discussing or by sharing it with us, 'di ba? So, this is not a lecture but rather a sharing this coming Thursday. Ganun lagi. So hopefully, you get to um, prep up. Hindi naman kayo magre-research, pero just share what you have in mind. If you're not big on watching TV shows, watching films, listening to music, better start now. Kasi wala kayo. This may not be, or this topics in the future may be subjective, pero wala kayong masashare sa discussion natin kung hindi kayo nanonood ng TV, hindi kayo nakikinig, or hindi kayo nagbabasa. So, might as well start watching a lot of films, TV shows, para malaman nyo kung anong klaseng tao kayo. Especially, guys, your tourism students, diba? Or future um, tourism specialists, diba? You guys should be good at aesthetics, should be good at specific factors, specific details, 'di ba? Hindi man kayo mahilig manood ng movie, pero in the long run, when you become or when you enter your industry, you will have to have a keen eye for detail. You have to have a specific preference. Siyempre, it can also be kahit paano connected with finding the right partner. Diba? Napaka far-fetched pakinggan, pero yes, minsan, the more you know about yourself, the more you know what you want, the more you know who you want, di ba, minsan. So, yeah, if not, if you're not yet keen on watching those TV shows, sitcoms, listening to those Spotify playlists that you ignore, then better start now kung wala pa kayong hilig. Okay? So hopefully guys, I'll hear your thoughts, I'll hear your recommendations or kahit paano feedback on Thursday. Thank you guys for watching, for dropping by, and wait lang, let me just see kung ano yung notification na yun. Ay, sir, sorry. Princess, sorry, nag-comment pala si Princess Bea. Sir, I believe si Catherine Bernardo po, kahit po fan ako, magaling po siya umarte, pero di po siya talaga gaano kagaling kumanta. Okay, so, yun. Yan. With acting, Catherine Bernardo for Princess, watching Catherine Bernardo. can become expressive. Pero, as a singer, aesthetic lang si Catherine Bernardo for Princess. Kasi nga, hindi naman siya magaling kumanta talaga. Pero she's sikat kasi or she looks good, 'di ba? Singing. She doesn't sound good pero she looks good singing. So she can be considered aesthetic then. Thank you. Sorry Catherine, sorry Catherine. Sorry Princess. I was only able to look at the chat box just now eh. Okay? So, yan, again, feel free to share your thoughts, guys. Or save it for Thursday. We will have kahit paano an open forum. We'll talk about your favorite YouTube celebrities, favorite films, worst films, um, yeah, favorite TV shows that you grew up with. Yan, pag-uusapan natin or yan, uh, we'll do a sharing of some sort on Thursday. Okay. So guys, yan, isang oras na rin pala ako nagsalita. I'm sorry. Um, Thank you guys for dropping by and I hope to see you all on Thursday. Again, magbaon kayo ng mga pelikula or TV shows na napanood. Okay? Thank you guys and yun. I'll see you all on Thursday. Bye everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thanks. Yan. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Shaira. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Marcus, James, Andre, Aaron, and sa mga naka-leave na, thank you for joining in. Bye.